Hello and welcome again to Banking Exam Prep. Today we will do a different kind of exercise. Word rearrangement in a sentence. Let's first go through the instructions. Each given sentence has 3 words within quotes. Now in your exam maybe it can be in bold letters, it may be underlined, it is highlighted. Choose the option which gives the correct sequence of these words in order to make the formation of the sentence correct. If you feel the words are in the right order and no rearrangement is required, choose option E. What does this mean? Every sentence will have some words highlighted. 3 words actually. First word is A, second B, and the third C. Now they are not in the right order, or they may not be in the right order. So first you have to see whether they are in the right order. If you feel everything is fine and A, B, C, they are all okay in the right position, you have to click or you have to choose E option, which says no rearrangement required. But if you feel that the options that have been given to you, or the words which have been highlighted, they are not in the right order, then you have to look for the correction and you have to put them in the right sequence. So let us try out the first sentence. The mountains looked rising, their peaks covered with majestic, reflecting the hues of the snow sun. The minute you read it, you know it's all messed up. Why? Because the words A, B and C. Rising is A, majestic is B, snow is C. Now these words are not in the right order. That is why when you read, the mountains looked rising. Now it is really very strange. So what do you have to do now? You have to see if rising is wrong, then what do we do? Can we put majestic there? Or do you think snow will fit in better? So these are the 3 words you have to look at and you have to just rearrange. So the mountains looked, rising is wrong. The mountains looked majestic. Maybe that sounds better. The mountains looked snow. That's definitely wrong. So the mountains looked majestic. That means instead of A, you are going to put B there. Majestic B is going to come there. So one easy way of finding the answer is when you look at the options, you have option A, ACB, B is BCA, C is CAB, and D is BAC. So when we put majestic in the first place, that means you are first putting B. So automatically you will find that you have cut out so many options. You have no rearrangement is gone. It's not written. No, it's not. It doesn't fit in. ACB is gone. CAB is gone. Because we are going to put B in the first place. Now, what are the 2 options left? BCA and BAC. So let us look at the second word. The mountains looked majestic. Their peaks covered with rising or covered with snow. Obviously covered with snow. That means C has to come there. So what is the option now? BCA, BAC. So BAC is ruled out. We have BC. Reflecting the hues of the rising will come there. A, of the rising sun. So so what is the sentence now? The correct sentence. The mountains looked majestic. Their peaks covered with snow, reflecting the hues of the rising sun. Now the sentence is fine. So what is left out? B, BCA. So if you see, the answer is BCA. Now what did I tell you? What is the trick here? Because you have to look only at 3 words. So when you know that B has to come first, when you look at the options, there are only 2 which come with B. We start with B. So automatically the other 3, you can just delete them and your choice becomes very easy. Let's try out the second sentence. award-winning tale wrote a heartwarming emotions that had varied novelists woven together beautifully. Now you know it's all mixed up. So what are the three words A, B and C? A is tale, B emotions and C is novelist. Because it's all wrong, so no rearrangement required doesn't work. So we have four options. The award-winning tale wrote a. So a tale means a story. So an award-winning story cannot write something. Who can write? A novelist can write. So the award-winning novelist, that means C, has to come in the first place. So when C comes in the first place, just look at the options and you will find that there is only one option which starts with C. So just one glance and actually your answer is ready. So you should be able to, the more you practice, you just by looking at, you will be able to understand that, okay, this option, no, this, no. Directly you hit on the right answer. So the award-winning novelist, so as I told you, C, that means option D, wrote a heartwarming tale that had varied emotions woven together beautifully. So no rearrangement required is not right. BCA gone, BAC, ACB, and we have the right answer, which I told you in the beginning itself, the award-winning novelist, which was C. So CAB is the correct answer. So we don't need to do all this, think the 1 minute, the first minute you read it, you know which one will come first. So if you know the first word, the others become very simple. One more sentence. There is an urgent need to provide broadband and mobile servers to far-flung and benefit areas to extend the remote of technological development to them. You must understand the meaning about providing broadband and mobile servers to remote areas. Why? Because the technological development which is taking place all over in the country, well, the remote areas also should get that benefit. That is the basic meaning of the sentence. Now we are looking at the three words. First is provide, A. Benefit, B. Remote, C. So we have to see whether they are in the right order. So let's read it. There is an urgent need to provide broadband and mobile servers. So A seems to be okay. There is no problem with A, so it can remain where it is. So minute we say that, if you look at the options, you will know there is only one option which starts with A. First one, A, C, B. So that is your answer actually. Straight away you can find that. But then just check out the C and B part of it. So to provide broadband and mobile servers to far-flung and what is C? Remote areas. To extend the benefit of technological development to them. So see, we didn't cut out anything. We just read the sentence. We did the first word, and we could get an idea what is the answer. In this case, it was very simple because the first word was A, and there is only one option which starts with A. But you must check out the others also to see whether you are okay, because don't be in a haste. So the answer A, C, D. Okay, next sentence. The sharp call in the price of tomatoes has raised a stabilize for urgent government intervention to rise its price and supply. Again, the words have been mixed up. We start with the first one, the sharp call. The sharp call in the price of tomatoes. What do you mean by the sharp call in the price of tomatoes? So call is wrong. Can we say the sharp stabilize in the price of tomatoes? No, so B is not there. 2. The sharp rise in the price of tomatoes. So C is the first word. The sharp rise. So when you say C is the first word, if you look at the options, there is only one option with C as the first. letter. Which is that? Option A, CAB. So just see whether the whole thing is okay. The sharp rise in the price of tomatoes has raised a what? Raised a call. That means A has come there. For urgent government intervention to B has come there to stabilize its price and supply. So if you see the answer is CAB. So when you did the first word, and you know that the C word is supposed to go there in the first place, if you look at the options, you actually know your answer. But we just went through the whole sentence. You should go through the whole sentence to verify and check that you have done the right thing. Now we go to the next sentence. Amid the failure of a number of startups increasing, declining profits and ventures debt burden, the magnitude of unemployment has gone up considerably. Now, what is the first word? Increasing. What is the second word? Ventures. And what is C? Magnitude. Now these three words are not in the right order. When you read it, you know that it's not in the right order. So we start with the first. Amid the failure of a number of startup increasing. Startup increasing is not right. So what is the second word? Startup ventures. What is the third word? Startup magnitude. So what is the right word there? B, ventures. So amid the failure of a number of startup ventures. So if you look at the options, there are two options. B, we say BCA. D, we say BAC. So out of these two, you have to decide which is the correct answer. So for that, you have to look at the next word. So amid the failure of a number of startup ventures, declining profits and increasing debt burden, or do you say magnitude debt burden? Well, you say increasing debt burden. So it has to be A. So BA. And what is happening to the last one? The magnitude of unemployment has gone up considerably. So it is in the right place. So we don't have to change C. So what has happened? Instead of A, B has to come there. And instead of B, we put A. So we have the answer BAC. So how did you get that? When you read the sentence, you knew the words had been mixed up. You did the first. Amid the failure of a number of startup ventures. Ventures was B. So when you look at the options, there are two options. We start with B. So you have narrowed down your options. Out of 5, now you're only out of 2. And then when you see the second one, declining profits and debt burden. What debt burden? Increasing debt burden. So that means A comes there. So BAC. So this is how you can just do it very fast once you get the practice. So through this session, you have learned to comprehend the meaning of sentences and to identify the logical sequence of words in a sentence. If you want to revise your understanding of words and sentences, you know the different kinds of sentences and so on, you can check out our videos on YouTube. Stay tuned for more prep and practice sessions and subscribe to TeachYaar.